Why is it in the world of business and in life, people hate closers? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about closing and closers. Now here's the thing. One of the things that you're going to find is there's lots of people who hate on closers, and you want to know why? The reason comes down to closers get what they want. Closers will go in, they will take objection after objection after objection. They're like a boxer sitting in the corner just like tied up and just taking punches from the buyer. And the buyer's just pounding on them like, I got bids for less money. I'm going to talk to other people. And they're just jabbing away and punching at the salesperson. The person's just sitting there smiling, all locked up, ready to go like, yeah, that's all you got? Why don't you bring some more? And you know what? That freaks people out because most people don't have that type of confidence where they could take a beating and stay in the game and stay going. And you're going to find that when a closer walks into a room, there's people who snicker. Like, oh, that guy, that guy, he's a liar, he's a cheat and a fraud. And they do that as a way to inoculate themselves or protect themselves from having to do their job. Right? They look around and they want to blame other people. That guy is a closer, he's a liar, a cheat and a fraud. It's because the guy closes deals. Right? He asks for the business. He asks, and the people say no, and he or she asks again, and the people say no, and he or she asks again. And like when salespeople ride with them, they're biting their fingers like, if they're going to close the deal, they're going to close the deal. And like next thing you know, the pen comes out, and the person's like, yeah, you're right, I should probably do the deal. Okay? People hate closers because they ask for the business. And you know what? Everybody always says, well, I don't like pushy salespeople. Now, my good friend Kevin, he did a bunch of studies, and this is important because this has to do with dating, which is a form of sales. And he went through and he asked a question, and he asked, I want to say thousands of women, this question: what do you not like about men? Right? And they came back and they said, we don't like that men are pushy. And then they go, great. So why did you end up with the guy that you're with? Because he was persistent. Mind blown. Right? I could do a microphone drop right here, and that's it. And you're like, hey, Scott, why does that matter? You know what? When you're persistent and about your process, and I'm not saying be a jerk, I'm not saying be arrogant, but I am saying be willing to ask for the business, that person looks around and goes like, this guy or this girl is confident, and they're willing to ask for the business, and they're probably not going to take no for an answer, so we might as well go with them. And, you know, here's the thing. I ride with salespeople a lot. They go into a sales process. They ask the buyer for the business, and for whatever reason, they just shut down. They're like, I'm done. I guess I'm not going to ask for the business again. And the buyer in the back of their mind goes, aha, you don't believe in your product or service. You've got no confidence, but a closer does. So there you go. You want to know why people hate closers? Because they ask for the sale. And then when they get told, they ask again. And then when they get told, they get asked again. And when they're about to get shoved out of the door, they ask again, and they get the contract, okay? So, once again, I am not saying be a jerk. I am not saying be arrogant, but I am saying, hey, look, you know what? There's nothing wrong with asking for the business, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Now, there's a point where you can go overboard. You use your best judgment. Use your best judgment. So, one, don't be a jerk. Don't be arrogant. But be willing to ask the person for the business. You have no idea, no clue how many times I've sat through a sales presentation. And I'm riding co-pilot and I'm watching. And the salesperson looks and like, all right, the price is $15,000. And I'm like, tell them the next step. Ask for the business. Get some momentum. Do what you got to do. Close the sale. And they just sit there and they blink. Blink, 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 blink. And I'm like, close the freaking deal. Ask for the sale. You want to know why people hate closers? Because they do ask for the sale. They do the job. They get the check. So there you go. You got one thing to do from here. Just one thing. Find the subscribe button. It is a box that says subscribe. Hit subscribe, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. It says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should watch it, which you should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.